What's up? What's going on? It's your boy Dex, and we are back with another video. And this one is the second of the series that I started, which is going to be titled Growing Up with Anime, where I just talk about anime that I've grown up with and watched over the course of my life. And over that course, I've watched a dozen animes from your Naruto's to your Dragon Ball Z's to your darker ones like Death Note and many more. So on this video episode two, whatever. Um, really, I want to jump forward into some recent times when I started getting back more into anime because let's just say that when after middle school, when I was like really into like a lot of anime, I stopped getting into it because in high school there were those years where it was peer pressure and wanting to fit in and not want to talk about stuff that people deemed lame, which it really wasn't. And I was one of those people that just wanted to fit in and didn't want to get teased, especially with me having, I think, rough experience with liking anime, and it was just, uh, I just didn't want to have that other experience, so I just stepped away from it. And then in college, I got reintroduced to it and fell in love with it again. So we'll go to my later college years when I got curious enough to start One Piece. And One Piece was one of those anime that I had saw one time on Toonami. I remember it vividly. Actually, I had saw an episode. They were in the middle of the Water 7 arc, and I was like, "What is this?" It's just playing in the background. I don't know what's going on, and I'm like, let me try. Let me watch something else. I think Dragon Ball's coming up, or better yet, I was gonna watch Inuyasha for the fifth time, but yeah, I was not into One Piece. I thought the art style was childlike. It was weird. The way that their mouths were drawn, those overly expressive faces, and stuff like that. And I was just not into it, especially during high school. So I was like, hey, get this out of my face. So fast forward to about in between my sophomore and junior years in college. I had been contemplating. I had finished a lot of anime, and I was just looking for something to watch, right? And I was just like in between classes. I had one class in the morning, and my next class wasn't until like 2 o'clock or whatever. So I was just contemplating on what to do, looking through Funimation, trying to figure out what to watch, and then I saw One Piece. So I was like, I want to start One Piece, but it's long. Here it's ongoing, and I don't know what I'm gonna get into. But I was like, you know what, forget it. Forget it. I'm gonna just jump into it and see how it goes. And now I'm sitting here like there are not enough episodes of One Piece. There are not enough chapters of One Piece. I got addicted the moment I just started paying attention to the story. Now I think I really started paying attention to the story honestly when we went to go and see Usopp, and we saw a little bit of his background and we saw how his father was to his mother and what his father went on to become, and I was like, oh wow, okay, so this is getting pretty deep. I like this. And also I was just really curious on how everybody met and how the crew formed together to be what they were today, because I think I had saw a picture of them, which I think it was one of the spreads of from, I think it was from Strong World, where all of them were suited up and everybody was just looking badass, and I was like, oh my god, let me get into this. I want to see how this goes. I want to see how everything forms on what it is now. And so I watched it, finished it in like 3 months because I just binge watched the whole thing. I flew by East Blue art, flew by Alabasta art, flew by everything, even to Marine 4. Then I took like a 2-day break, and then I went back into it, and I was like, golly, bro. And then I caught up right at the end of the tail end of Whole Cake Island. And I was like, my God, this is amazing. I need to read. I need to catch up and read some more. And then I started reading the manga until I colored to like the finishing of Act One of Wano, and then I was just been reading on ever since. I'm currently reading now, and without a doubt, I would say that One Piece is a surprise for me and one of the best long-running shonen jump mangas ever, bro. With the way that they built the world and the way that Oda just wrote his characters, his side characters, and how everything just felt alive, bro. I know people reiterate this all the time in other One Piece videos and other One Piece YouTubers and people who reiterate those same sentiments online, and it's just it's the same thing. Like I'm really glad I got into One Piece because One Piece is by far one of those GOAT series that I think everybody should at least give a chance to watch. They may not like it, and I will respect that decision if they choose to forget about it, or maybe just want to take the cliff notes because One Piece is an endeavor. It's not for the faint of heart. So if you ever have time, I suggest dip your toe in, give One Piece a try. All right, and the next one that I recently watched, I think I watched this after I got caught up with One Piece, was Yu Yu Hakusho. And Yu Yu, I've been known about it. They had done like reruns on Toonami, and I saw a couple of episodes, but never had full context of the whole story. So I watched Yu Yu just on a whim. I was like, I know this show, but I don't know what's on about it. I just know that the main thing is that the main character dies in the first episode. And I think I remember getting that full synopsis from an RDC video. Shout out to RDC. And I was like, okay, I really need to check this out because I know I've seen it before. I know exactly what it is, but I need to know context. And when I watched it, I think I didn't get hooked really. No, I did get hooked on that first episode, but honestly, I watched it because of that opening. That opening for Yu Yu Hakusho gets me every time. I even got it saved on my playlist, and my God, that opening is just fire, bro. That opening and one of the closings too. Like it's just for some reason you get that nostalgic feeling from Yu Yu Hakusho, Like so yeah, I was born in the late '90s, so it has that feel of like vintage, old school, almost transitioning into new school stuff where the way that the music sounds, those types of beats that they're playing, the instruments that they're using in the music, you don't see that nowadays in new types of music, especially in anime openings. And I mean, now it's all like technical disco stuff like that, so you never really get that full experience with anime now that you used to do back in the day. And that goes for like Yu Yu has that same feel as Dragon Ball, as old Sailor Moon, as what's another old one? Fist of the North Star, stuff like that, man. And that's what I really appreciate it for. And also, I forgot to mention this, but I did watch it for the fact that it was the same dude who did Hunter x Hunter. And I watched Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho in that same year, and I loved them both, bro. But Hunter x Hunter's for a different discussion. Yu Yu Hakusho is just one of those GOAT animes, especially Yusuke as a protagonist. I thought that he was really, really dope because he wasn't like some, I stand for good and justice or whatever. Like, nah, I'm just doing this because I want to do it. I'm fighting you because you pissed me off and we're just going to fight. I don't care who you are, what nationality, what gender, what biography you come from. We going to square up, and that's the end of it, bro. And I love that energy from him, man. So, all that's to say that if you haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho, I recommend you watch it. It is a treat. If you love Hunter x Hunter, watch that. If you love Hunter x Hunter, then you'll definitely love Yu Yu because Yu Yu was one of Togashi's baby before Hunter x Hunter. And so it's like almost like a precursor, but it's one of those things where it's like I gotta see the full story of how these two kind of mesh, and they kind of mesh, but not really. But you do get that sense of the writing style from Yu Yu and Hunter x Hunter. But it's like Hunter x Hunter is just a little bit more perfect. in a sense, in the way that he tells that story. But yeah, man. Also, let me know your favorite arcs from both of these, cause I think right now in One Piece we're in the Wano arc. We're almost coming up to the conclusion, so Wano is getting really exciting. Um, I'll wait until Wano finishes, but up to Wano, I think my favorite arc was probably Water 7 slash Enies Lobby. Just the culmination of all that it leads up to and builds up to from start to finish. So I think it was probably I think Wano not Wano but Enies Lobby and Water 7 were definitely some golden arcs for sure. Close behind that I would say is Whole Cake Island. And after that I would probably more than likely say that Marine Ford. Well, no. I gotta take that back. I gotta take that back. So it's Water 7, Enies Lobby, Marine Ford, and then Whole Cake Island. In that order for now. Just until Wano finishes, and then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, those are my favorite out of those. And Yu Yu Hakusho, I mean, the only one that really interested me. Well, no, there was two. So it was the Dark Tournament arc and the arc with Sensui. Or the arc after Sensui. I think it was. I don't know if that was the Dark Tournament arc. It was the tournament arc where Toguro, Yusuke and Toguro fought. I thought that was fire. And then the Sensui arc was fire up to a point until it got to a certain point. I was like, this ain't it. Or it wasn't really it, but it just wasn't hitting with me like it would hit with other people. But it was that arc and then the next tournament arc that led up to the finale. And really, that was pretty much it. But then I be hearing about that Togashi didn't really finish Yu Yu Hakusho, so because due to like health issues and whatnot. So I honestly don't know if I can really or rank anything. But Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely one of those shows that is arguably a great, if not, well, not I won't say the greatest, but it's arguably one of the greats of anime and manga shonen. So, I mean, if you feel up to it, I mean, check them out, man. If you got time, check out One Piece, and if you got time, check out Yu Yu Hakusho. If I'm being honest, I would probably prefer One Piece just for the story. I'd probably recommend you One Piece just for the story over Yu Yu Hakusho. But also, if I'm being real honest with myself, I know most people won't have time for One Piece. So in that case, just watch Yu Yu Hakusho, see how you feel about it. If it wasn't, it's a long one, but not too long, like not over 1,000 episodes long. So fill up to the test. Watch Yu Yu Hakusho, see how you feel. And if you're looking for a lot more stuff that can satisfy your need for anime, then watch One Piece. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know what your favorite arcs are from these two anime, and if you have any other recommendations, put them down below. But this has been episode 2, and I've been Dex, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.